Hey, this is Dee Sanchez, and welcome to my channel, ScrappyGamerDDS. And yet again, we are here with an so inspired collaboration. I want to thank Alicia from Call Me Crafty Owl for setting this up and for sending us this month's inspiration. It is a Lyrical Lover 810s mini loaded paper bags. The video link is in the description below, as well as links to all the ladies. And here is what she's made. So you can see these cute little pockets full of goodies for the recipients. We have to take our inspiration from the video, and what I've decided to take is the idea of a bag, an idea of sharing the goodies. So let's get right into my process. This video is going to be less than 10 minutes long, so it did speed it up to double speed. And I'm just going to go over what is happening really briefly. I'm making some tags. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inspiration of a bag, the idea of getting goodies, and bring it to my own life. And what came to mind was the fact that I am a teacher, and we will be having parent-teachers coming up next month. And so I decided to fill a goodie bag of some supplies that would be awesome for a teacher to have, almost like a parent-teacher survival kit, parent-teacher conferences survival kit. Some gum, some candy, some pencils, paper, post-its. You can see one in the corner. So basically, I'm making some tags right now, and then I'm going to show you the bags and put it all together, and that was what I did for this month's inspiration. The tags were just cut 2 inches by 4 1/4 and basically run through a crimper. And then my daughter, who's 9, was like, "Mommy, look," and she started turning them in all angles, and it was like, wow, oh, this is awesome. So I decided to take her little trick and zhuzh them up a little bit. Then I'm just taking some time right now to do some layering. So I punched a scallop out of some burgundy-ish paper, and I have some cream paper here, and I'm going to be stamping with a close to my heart stamp set. As you can see right there, something with educators. Oof, so bad at this with the names of everything. But I pulled out a heart and I pulled out a phrase that said teachers have. And I'm just stamping a few. I am going to do assembly line. I've pretty much done a lot of the bags and a lot of the tags. I just need a few more things to do to set this up because I do have some time for me to get this done for school. But here I'm trying to just get a good print. So I'm thinking, parents can do this. Send one with when you come by to see the 8 teachers for your high school student. 8 little bags. Just bring them on in and, cheer up a teacher's day. I have 19 coworkers in my department. I teach math. And I have several other people that are close friends in other departments, and so therefore I'm making about 30 of them. Here I'm just taking a punch to the combination of teachers have heart, which looks like an apple. So trying to be cutesy, play on words, play on imagery. And I'm just putting the tag together. So nothing too fancy, a lot of stamping of punches, the tag topper, the scallop, the circle. And right now I think I was looking for, oh yeah, a gem, just to add a little bling. I forgot to take that out when I was doing this. I've, like I said, created 30 tags and I added that little sparkle in there. It's always nice. Even the men will enjoy it. The male teachers in my department, I'm sure. So the tags are done. This is the tag. And I'm basically going to attach it. I was thinking of adding another one that says Parent Teacher Conferences Survival Kit, cutesy. I actually got that idea from the name from a friend of mine, Shatima. Here I'm going to start the bags. And, the bottom of the bag has to be towards the top where the punch is. So I'm taking a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Now, I thought of the punch because during the inspiration video she uses a punch board rather to make some envelopes, and I bought every single punch board when they came out, right? Like a lot of us probably did. Rarely used them, so perfect time. Got to use something that I purchased. It does have a large size, so the bags are a little wider in terms of the width of it. The depth is the same for all the bags pretty much, and so the height is the full 12. So you'll notice, if you can see the score marks, I just briefly showed them to you on the back. They don't reach all the way to the other side of the 12 inches, so you got to kind of finagle, line up your papers like I'm doing here with the edges, and then really giving it a good crease to get that score line to reach completely to the other side. So that's what I'm doing here. And once I've done that, it's pretty much almost finished because it's a matter of putting goodies in it. So the suggested items that I think that I would enjoy: a pen, a pencil, a highlighter, possibly maybe a Sharpie, one of each, not too much. Post-its of some sort or a little notebook, maybe some hand sanitizer or tissue, package of tissue, definitely some mints or gum, and maybe a few pieces of, candy, chewies like Starburst or like some Snickers. So I am going to fill this, but it's probably not going to be the final thing that I fill it with because I wind into a little problem here because I had a great idea and it just doesn't quite fit. And so I'm opting to leave out the monstrous item that I'm going to try to shove in here, which is a bottle of water. But I myself cannot drink hot water, so it's okay. Like, I don't know how many people do. I know people that do, rather, let me say, and it's just not my thing. So I'm just, making sure that everything lines up here. I'm putting some HEG glue, making sure to press down really, really, really well so that that bag is adhered nice and tight. It's basic pattern paper from like one of the Recollections sets. No, not even that thin. That Cuts with a View probably is closer to it. So it's not as hard as cardstock, but it's not as thin as copy paper. So it is fragile in a way. So here I'm just shoving my hand in there, trying to make sure that the inside flaps are all nice and glued. Putting a little more pressure, and then there's some score lines that are on the side, so I'm making sure that they go all the way to the top so that I can make the holes for some ribbon. So here I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to best place them so that they're even. So I wind up going in this direction. Another Stampin' Up punch. I'm a demonstrator and I have all the stuff in the world. But anyway, so here I'm measuring my brainstorm of an idea, which was a bottle of water. Because I knew I was always going to fold them over because, 12 inches is kind of tall. But I wanted to have that space for the pens and pencils. So I'm thinking water's going to fit in here. And then I just cut some ribbon. Now all the tones are very like earthy, cream, burgundy, browns. The paper stack was a very yellowy undertone, beige undertone. So I was keeping along those lines. Plus my school colors are burgundy and gray. So I tried to get as many of these as I could that matched as many papers. So they're not all identical, but they are very close in tone. So here I am trying to shove everything into this little bag, excuse me, and that bottle of water. It fit by itself, and I was like, no. So I'm trying to, move things around, and it just wasn't working. So you know what? I was like, I need to call it a day. Plus, I don't know if you can see, I was trying to hide it, but it tore it a little bit. So that kind of stressed me out. So I took the water out. And I threw the candy in there, and I threw the pens and pencils and what I had right now, because I am going shopping actually tomorrow, which I have some coupons so I can get some discounts off the items for that are going to go in the bag, because I do have to make 30 of them. So I love my people, but I got to also save some money. So here I did a quick bow with 2 pieces of ribbon, and I just used the holes in the front and wrapped it around, as you can see. And then I was like, wait a minute, I didn't put the tag on. Do I want to stick it on? Do I want to, move it on? Whatever. So I decided to actually thread it through and make the bow. And that's basically it, guys. My project is done. So if you got any inspiration from me, and we'll be having parent teachers conferences coming up soon, maybe you put together a few little baggies for the teachers in your child's life and spread a little joy. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe, and come back next month for the next installment. But right now, go visit the other ladies, and their links are all in the description bar below. And until November, thanks for dropping by.